Welcome to my channel. Today, I would like to introduce you to one of the oldest and at the same time one of the simplest magical systems, the system of the elements: fire, water, air, earth. At first glance, they seem to be nothing more than familiar parts of the world around us. We see them every day. We use them. We feel them. And yet, we rarely stop to think about how deeply they influence our lives. Ancient civilizations paid close attention to the power of the elements. Philosophers wrote about them. So did magicians, alchemists, and priests. We find descriptions of working with the elements in Sumerian texts, in Greek philosophy, in medieval magical treatises, and in almost every known esoteric tradition. But the most fascinating thing is this: the elements do not exist only around us. They also exist within us. Each element reflects a particular way of interacting with the world. Water is emotion. Fire is will. Air is intellect. Earth is material manifestation. Let us look at them a little more closely, as Franz Baden wrote in his book, Initiation into Hermetics. Whoever has mastered the element of fire within himself is able to command fire outside himself. Whoever controls the element of water holds the key to all emotional and psychic worlds. Water always seeks to fill space. It is soft, flexible, fluid. It can flow peacefully along the bed of a river, or it can destroy rocks and wash away entire cities. Human emotions work in much the same way. Water has a calming and soothing influence. Its rhythm and fluidity reduce anxiety, help us relax, and lead us into deep, often subconscious emotional states. At the same time, water symbolizes change and movement. It can cleanse and heal, but when it is disturbed, in a storm, in a tide, it can intensify emotions, awakening sorrow, passion, or restlessness. Fire is completely different. It moves upward. It demands movement. It is spontaneous. It is born from a spark and can surround everything in a single moment, fierce, dangerous, and deceptive. Fire is both a creative and a destructive force. It is the element of will. Fire awakens energy, passion, and determination. It inspires action, strengthens motivation, brings confidence, warms and unites. But fire can also inflame irritation and impulsiveness. It can provoke anger and destructive impulses, turning passion into risky or even harmful actions. Air is almost impossible to hold in your hands, and yet it carries scents, sounds, thoughts, ideas. Air stimulates mental clarity, curiosity, and communication. It brings a sense of lightness, freedom, and inspiration. It helps us look at our emotions from the outside and find new ideas. At the same time, air can bring anxiety, inconsistency, and superficiality. It can strengthen doubt, distraction, and emotional distance. It is the element of intellect, communication, and direction. Earth is its complete opposite. It is heavy, stable, reliable. It gives form to the entire material world. Without Earth, no idea can ever become real. Earth gives us a sense of stability, safety, and inner peace. It helps us find support, focus, and a practical approach to our emotions. But too much earthiness can lead to stubbornness, stagnation, and emotional closure. It can make flexibility and change more difficult. This is why ancient magical systems saw the human being as a combination of all four elements. It is impossible to live only through emotion. It is impossible to exist only through reason. It is impossible to act endlessly without rest. And it is impossible to accumulate matter forever without movement forward. Balance is born when all the elements are in harmony. But how do we meet an element? How do we understand it? Not through the mind, but through our own experience. In the previous video, I already showed a simple exercise with the element of water. Today, I would like to expand this experience a little. Try observing each element separately. And most importantly, stop thinking all the time. Stop analyzing and evaluating every action. Let the body enter the process. Let the senses awaken. And simply observe. Practice these simple forms of immersion into the elements. Repeat them not once or twice, but until the sensations remain within you and become recognizable. Not as a magician, not as a practitioner, but as a researcher, as a discoverer. Feel water on your palms. Listen to the crackling of fire, to its energy and transformation. Look into the dance of a candle flame. Feel the movement of the wind on your face, its lightness. Walk barefoot on the earth. Do not wait for a result. Do not wait for revelations. Simply observe. Give yourself time. 1 or 2 weeks of regular practice with each element can already bring the first noticeable shifts. Very often, beginners want to move immediately to rituals, to spells, to complex systems, to work with different entities. But they forget the most important thing. You cannot understand the language of the elements if you have not yet learned how to feel them. Over the years of practice, I have become convinced of one simple truth. What seems like a boring foundation at the beginning later turns out to be the most valuable knowledge. That is why I always recommend beginning with the elements, slowly, without expectations, without pressure. When you begin to feel the elements, your perception of the world gradually changes. You begin to understand your own emotions more clearly. You begin to see your strengths more clearly. You begin to notice the reasons behind your own actions. This is why work with the elements remains the foundation of many magical traditions, even after thousands of years. In the next chapters, we will continue our journey into this remarkable world. We will speak about how to use elemental energies for specific goals. We will also explore their correspondences. I would like to end this chapter with the words of ElementsThe. To command the elements is to possess the occult forces of nature. Whoever commands the wind is king of the air. Whoever rules the lightning is master of fire. If this chapter has intrigued you, subscribe to my channel, leave a like, and continue to the next video. My name is DESEROW. Thank you for being with me. Until our next chapter.